Welcome to another amazing video. I thank you so much for coming over to watch this video. Thank you to my returning subscribers, and if you're new here, please consider subscribing, hit the notification bell so that you'll be notified when I post amazing stuff. In this channel, we are all about doing amazing and delightful kitchen stuff. And I've done a number of recipes that have been home changing or life changing. Please consider watching them and catch up with them. So in today's video, we are doing as a grocery haul sort of, and also as I show you how to store the veggies in the fridge and around the house and how to keep them for longer. Thank you so much for coming. Enjoy the video and see you at the end of the video. Please watch it, share it with your friends, and leave me a sweet comment and let me know what you think about these great things. So we will begin the packing process. As I've told you earlier, all the vegetables are washed and dried, and anywhere there'll be moisture, I'll be able to remove that out. So now we start with the tomatoes. I've already picked a big bag, this part of the Ziploc bags that I've told you we'll be using. And I like them because they are spacious. As you can see, it can take up to 2 kgs of tomatoes, and these will serve me very well because they don't have to be squeezed in a paper, and also the holding space is good enough. So that's what we are doing there, filling in the tomatoes. Another thing is when you're shopping for the tomatoes and you want them to last you longer, please go for the farm type, not raw but farm, so that they also are not squishy once you put them together. Because I mean, these things I've tried, they have been transported, they have been washed, they have been dried, and now at this point they are still holding firm. So I think we better take care of them at this point and then put them in the bags and set aside. So I will pack as much as possible, set aside, then we will store them in the freezer, in the fridge later. On to the carrots. So for the carrots, this is what I got from the market. The deal wasn't that good compared to the last time I went there. A kg was going for about 150 there, but I negotiated. And for the carrots, the enemy of carrots is actually moisture. Don't leave them wet. Dry them, pat them dry with a kitchen towel, whether disposable or just a clean kitchen towel. So after washing them, drain the water, dry them clean, and I fitted mine in that bag. As you can see, these bags are big and they are able to take up this capacity. You can find them in any supermarket or Kamukunji, but I got mine from Carrefour some time ago. So this is what happens. So my carrots are set aside, and today I bought okra. Where is cooking with Effia, because I want to try some of those recipes that you give to us in your YouTube channel. So this is what I'm going to do. I'll not store them for long because I've actually not tested how long they should stay, but by the end of the week I'll have tried out a recipe. I am not promising to share. Let's see how that goes. And then so I believe the same thing, dry them out, remove all the water, and all the vegetables are actually, apart from carrots and the greens, are actually washed in vinegar solution, which is water and vinegar. You just measure that out. So we now go on to store the courgettes. Wow, guys, the price for the courgettes was so bad today. I just got what I could use for the week. Otherwise, if the price was good, I would have bought double this quantity. This is just a kilogram going for 150 shillings. I am not sure why that was so today, because we buy that for 70 or 60 shillings. So wrap them with cling film, and I'm sure you've seen this done in the grocery section in the supermarkets where they have the groceries. So it prolongs the life, and this is what I do to also preserve them for longer. When you do this and later put them in a Ziploc bag, they can stay even up to a month. So that's what I've done. I've finished. Now I want to pack them in the Ziploc bag, and I prefer these ones that have the zip other than the other one that I was using for the tomatoes, because those others, they tend to just disturb me when I'm trying to lock them up. But these ones are perfect. You just slide in that part and you lock it. And even to remove the air, it's very easy. You just open a bit and then you squeeze out the air. So now we move on to the green hohos, red, yellow bell peppers. We call them hohos here. And the same thing, these actually don't like moisture at all. So because I have to wash them in the vinegar water solution, whereby you just put maybe 2 liters of water and about 20 ml of vinegar, and it removes the pesticides and removes all the dirt. So once I do that, I really just dry them out, rinse them, and then as you can see, I'm using an absorbable kitchen towel, whereby it's removing the excess water in the corners, because if you don't do that, they'll definitely rot. That one you're seeing that is already tied in the cling film is a reminder from my last shopping. So that tells you it has stayed for over a month, because that was done early in April. And now I repeat the same process. I tie them around with this cling film, and that's what gives them the longer shelf life or fridge life in the fridge. So I repeat that process for all of them, and then we go to the storing. So the cling film actually was almost getting finished. So I discovered that I didn't have another roll. So what I did, I just packed with what I could get, and then pack this in the Ziploc bag. Then I'll be able to wrap them once I buy this in the course of the week. So that is not a problem. And if you don't have cling film, I think the Ziploc alone will just do. It's just that they may not really go to the 3rd or the 4th week. You may have to consume them. Yeah, and that's the end of the cling film. So that's what happened, and I packed them in the bag as they are, and they look beautiful, isn't it?
When all your hope is silence, can't find the silver lining, all tangled up inside, and you wanna hide, you can run to me. And when you're feeling lonely, ain't got no one to hold you, it don't matter where they ran to, you'll be alright, you can run to me.
Now it's time to pack my purple passion fruit. So this fruit, I normally like having this in the house. It's very nice for some desserts and also just for the kids to eat. and brings in the variety, just moving from the normal mangoes or oranges and the bananas. So I store the ripe ones in the Ziploc bag and put them in the fridge, so it slows the ripening process. And then the ones that are not ripened, as you can see on the container there, I just put them in the pantry so that they can ripen and then they are consumed. So that's what I'm talking about, removing the air outside of the bag. You just open a small end of that zip, then you just pull out, then you create a vacuum inside, and this preserves the fruits for longer. So that's what happens. Next, we go to my favorite citrus fruit, which is lime. The limes today were going at a good price, I think 60 shillings per kilo. That is 1 kilogram I got there. Very nice limes. And if you've watched my previous videos, like where we're making the watermelon juice, the pineapple mint juice, you know these are among my favorite. I've used lime in most of my recipes. Please catch up with them and just get to know how to bring a twist to the meals that you make. So that's it. The ones that have remained, I'll just store them in a smaller bag. Then we go to the boiled maize cobs or boiled maize. This is a favorite snack. It can be breakfast. It can be served as a snack of a tea break, of a breakfast, name it. And also when I'm making my githeri, that is what we call githeri, is mixture of beans and maize. I normally just take off this and peel them off the cob so that we can be able to make githeri. That is if they are not consumed, because already we've taken when they were boiled, and you know when you boil them, the smell is all over the house. I use the instant pot. Check out my video where I unboxed that precious gadget, and I boiled this in less than 10 minutes and we were able to get this maize. So we ate, each person got a piece, and now I'm storing this so that they can take us for another week or so, and then these others that have remained there, will consume them in the course of the day tomorrow. So that is the benefit of going to the market. You normally get very fresh things that the outside grocers or the ladies outside your home may not be able to offer to you. I've not filled the bag because what is remaining has to fit everyone for the next day. So here comes mangoes. Mangoes are out of season, like the major season, but we have this type of mangoes that comes from the coastal part of Kenya, and I like just to have a few in the house where we make some salads, or even they can be eaten by the baby and or the babies. Let me just say, all of them they take, but when the fruits are in a variety, you really just ensure that everyone is having a balanced diet. So I didn't pick many mangoes. We've already eaten some, and then this is what remained. So let's keep going, and then comes in up the broccoli. So for the broccoli, you have to cut the florets outside of the head of the broccoli so that the process of steaming becomes easy. So I'll show you to the end of what I do, so that when I'm packing them and freezing them, they actually are able to go up to whatever time. These ones, they can go even up to 6 months, but surely, as you can see, I didn't pick a lot today. The prices were bad. They were really bad. I really don't know what was happening today, but I feel it's just where we are. The rains are, if not destroying the state of the roads, the foods that are already being grown are being rained on. So many factors, but we trust God that things are going to get better. That broccoli was not the best, but I just picked because it's just a balance, guys. You just have to strike a balance. This is the reason why I like going to the market myself, because when I send somebody, I'll be wondering, why did you pick this broccoli? Surely you don't know how to pick, but once you are there, you really get to just understand. And when you're there, you strike a balance. Do I really want to get this or not? There are many things I left out today because I just felt like they were not worth the prices. And then that's it. I'm going now to just steam this. So let's go over and steam this. And for steaming, you need to have some hot water. So hot water had already begun boiling. Not boiling, but it is already like steamy. So when I put in that the part of that steamer and then cover, this is what comes out. So this is 2 to 3 minutes. Please don't overdo this part. 2 to 3 minutes, you will get that outcome. Don't put salt, don't put things, just hot water. And then you have to take it to the sink, drain it, cool it off, because you have to stop the cooking process. So once that is done, you can see the color is so vibrant. And then I'm going to just go further and remove the extra moisture that has been left after draining it. I left it a bit to drain. And then from there, they are dry and I'm able to pack them. If you pack them in this state, they can last you for the longest. But if you go direct, they will burn. There's something called freezer burn, and they will burn and they'll be black when you cook them. So please just try this if you want to have your broccolis last you longer. And I love just how they come out, and I'm able to store so many things in the freezer using these bags because they don't occupy a lot of space. So a tip is make sure that your bags are flat. They should lie flat. As you're seeing, my bags are all lying flat after I have filled them. Otherwise, you're going to have very lumpy stuff and it may not line up well. I'll show you what I mean as we are packing them in the freezer. Next is French beans. As I was trying to cut this, my good help asked that if she can do this so that we can move faster, because this guys is a lot of work. Then now that allows me to go ahead to pack the green peas. Last time people were asking me what are green peas. They are just green peas. I don't know another name for it. Please let me know what you call them in your country or in your language. We are going to be making an amazing recipe from these peas. Stay tuned to my next video. You will love it. And I portion them into 2 because I don't want to use all of them once. So when I portion into 2 and I remove one, I still have another one to go. As usual, the price is still up there. And I just managed to get half a kg. Yeah, is it half a kg or a kg? This is a kg. Yeah, for 500 shillings a container. So if this has gone on for 2 months consecutively, I think this is just it, guys. We have to bear with what is happening and trust God that things will get better. Then you see what I mean by lying your bags flat. That means that when they go to the fridge or freezer, they will save you a lot of space. My French beans are done, but first let's pack the garlic. So I'm using some old bags. These bags are recyclable. So we recycle them, and these I think are going to take me for the rest of the year. All that you're seeing me opening today, I don't think I'm going to buy these bags again this year unless they burn or something, which is more not likely to happen. So for the ginger, it is washed. It was very muddy. Just wash them with a brush, soak them. Actually, immediately you come from the market, soak them because they need to soften. Yes, stuff happens when you're really trying to be in a hurry. So soak them in water and then allow them to soften. Then take a brush, a kitchen brush, brush them thoroughly, remove all the soil, and then dry them. Once you dry them, this is just one of the ways you can store them. There's another way where you can blend out the ginger or even mix them with the garlic so that they can form a paste. Then we go to the purple cabbage. This is one of the most loyal vegetables in the fridge. It can last you for like 3 months. I think the way it's made is just so compact that it doesn't wither quickly. So that's done. I'm going to put them in this bag. It's a freezer bag. I cannot recall where I got it from, but I've bought something with it from the supermarket. But it has really served me for long. So that's why you can see I'm not recalling when I got it. And then the French beans are ready. I'll pack them. These ones really don't stay for that long. So by the end of the second week, we should have consumed all of them. If not, there's a process that I use similar to what I did to the broccoli to just freeze what has remained so that it can finish the months. But I didn't pick a lot. So this we should consume in two meals. So to make them last longer, you cut the tips. And also they'll be very easy to prepare. When we are making them, we'll just chop them into 2 or 3 so that they can be biteable sizes, and then do a good vegetable mix from them. So that's it. They are ready. You've seen me removing the extra air from the bag, and it helps to preserve, like I've mentioned later. And then we come to the bouquet of mint. It just looks so beautiful. And then mint is one of my favorites, together with lemon. It's one of my favorites, just addition to the meals. And soon I'll be bringing you a recipe where we'll also use it to cook some meat, and you will love it. Mint does not really preserve for that long, but what I do, I actually go in and dedicate my time to pick out the good leaves. If you don't do that, they get spoiled. That's why you've seen me in the recipes that I've done. I normally come with them that are not in the sticks. They are already picked out and removed. And that's how I managed to get them to the 4th week. I've done a pineapple mint juice. I've done mint with tamarillo juice. I've done all those videos are available. Please catch up with them. And if you've not subscribed, please subscribe to this channel, because we are all about amazing recipes. Please let me know what you think of this video so far. So that is what I've discarded, and this is what has remained. So we go on to remove the extra water, the extra moisture, with a clean kitchen towel. That's what you'll see me doing there. And as you can see, they were pretty well dried, because this thing should have soaked in immediately we did that. But thankfully, the excess moisture was just that little. Don't be so harsh on them, because if you break them, they become part of the bad ones that we were trying to sort out. Having done that, now it is time to pack them. And what you do is the similar process that you use to preserve dhania or coriander. I have not shown this in this recipe and this video. So please just repeat the same process when you're saving your dhanias. Wash them clean, dry them, pick out the good leaves, remove the bad ones, then take at this point now of storing, I'm going to wrap them in a kitchen towel. That is very necessary, so that they will, any moisture that comes out from them will be absorbed in that towel. So I go ahead and put in that bag. I'm using a recycled one this time, and then repeat for the second batches. So one batch should take me for 2 weeks, the other one for the next 2 weeks. I'll make sure that at around the 4th week, I pick out one of these and we check on how they've been doing. But so far, this is tried and tested. you can be just try this. This is only if you are like me. It is hard to access this stuff during the week. Where I stay, the markets don't sell mint or some of these vegetables, and also just making my life easy when I want to make something juicy or what and it has mint, I just get them from my fridge. I had some greens that were prepared way ahead, and we pre-boil them because I didn't want to cook all this. Guys, this work is a lot. You can't do all this in one day. So instead of me cooking the greens all through, I just cook them halfway and store them in the bags. So the day I want to cook ugali and greens, these are kunde, ugali and the cowpeas leaves or the kunde, I'll just take out this, defrost them and fry out a very nice meal out of it. So let me start showing you how we'll be storing this. The fridge is cleaned. It is waiting for the new stock. So the drawer, I just put in the tomatoes. Because of the way they are delicate, I like dedicating space to them so that they are not pressed around by the others when I place on top. So I'll continue to just check what fits where as we go along. You'll see me moving them about. But what I normally do is dedicate the lower shelf and not the lower shelf, that tray, and the first shelf to the veggies. These would be the veggies, and then the upper shelf for the fruits, and then we have another shelf there for just extra leftover food. And if we have a lot of leftovers, I also use the meat compartment to store actually any leftover foods that we have, or just things that may not be vegetables and they need to be stored. So this what I'm going to do, just arrange now that we are done packing them, and I'll show you the final outcome.
I've been trying to be my own guiding star, but it appears it hasn't taken me very far. I've tried to be my own all in all and everything, but it's just been a hard and arduous thing. When I look back upon the life I have lived and the choices I have made, what do I see? All hell fails when I try to push my way, but when I gave in, all life's good came running at me. With an open heart and mind and arms laid down, your wall of hate and arms let in the light of day, and let Jesus show the way. But hey, I'm not religious and I'm old since I can't stand the way that most priests talk in the state church or elsewhere. After having tried to decide each time I had to make a choice about something worthwhile, now I take a pause and I take a breath and listen within, then I know how to begin. With an open heart and mind and arms laid down, your wall and hate and arms let in the light of day, and let Jesus show the way. But hey, I'm not religious and I'm old since I can't stand the way that most priests talk in the state church or elsewhere. Try to get it right from the start.